So I've been thinking about it for the past few days, and a thought came to me, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you mentioned in my last video's comments when I talked about Little Nightmares 3 was kind of sort of my review, where I said, is it really that bad? I've said no, it's not that bad. It's a good, decent game, I should say. But a lot of y'all mentioned in the comments, and I think it's a question that needs to be asked. If REANIMAL from Tarsier Studios, the developers of Little Nightmares 1 and 2, if REANIMAL was not part of the conversation, would Little Nightmares 3 have received the same mixture, backlash, controversy, mixed reviews, or whatever? Would it have received the same reception? I think not. It's a unique case in my humble personal opinion. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy SmackNPie. Today we're going to talk about REANIMAL demo. Yes, the demo. I know it's been a while since the demo has dropped. Honestly, loved it. Not even gonna lie. It was fast-paced. All of a sudden, the kids can talk, which is a very interesting choice in my humble personal opinion. It sets them apart from Little Nightmares 3. But the question that comes to my mind, both of them are co-op. Both of them have similar chases. From what it looks like, it'll also have similar boss fight structure. Both of them have kind of sort of similar stories or vibes. So one would have to sit and wonder what in the freaking fuck happened between Tarsier Studios and Bandai Namco. For all I saw when I was playing REANIMAL, that this could have been easily Little Nightmares 3, if not Little Nightmares spin-off, or at least in the same universe. Because the world of REANIMAL that I've seen, it is captivating. The addition of the voices, of them actually talking and speaking, adds a new layer to it. It's still buggy, I'm not even gonna lie, the demo is still buggy, there's still some glitches. There's some clipping issues. Well, a lot of clipping. I would like to pause that I didn't record my gameplay, so yeah, just gonna have to see the trailer or the gameplay from YouTube. Shout out to those of whom I've used their gameplays. Their links will be in the description. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, I played REANIMAL demo. It is ridiculously promising from what I've seen, and I think it is also unfair to judge just a demo with a full game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna judge this demo with Little Nightmares 3 demo. Now, I've mentioned in my Little Nightmares 3 demo that I cannot put into words exactly why I felt like this game, Little Nightmares 3, felt hollow. Similar case could have been said about the demo as well, but when the demo had dropped, the hype for the game was a little different. And yes, I will say there's a lot of biasedness. Right, there's a lot of bias when we say Tarsier Studios, when we say how great Little Nightmares 2 was. So a lot of expectations going into supermassive games of Little Nightmares 3, which is a new studio taking on Little Nightmares. I think they've done a great job for what they were working with. But like I said, it's hard for me to put into words. But when I played REANIMAL, I'm not going to say the entire magic of what made Little Nightmares 1 and 2 so special and good. Automatically, it was there in REANIMAL. I'm not even going to say that. Matter of fact, I'll say it's taken the essence of Little Nightmares, at least what I like about Little Nightmares 1 and 2, and it's taken it to the next level where it should have been going in the first place. Now I know I've talked about this in my last video. The price point was the big discussing point amongst the fans when we were talking about Little Nightmares 3, because the price point and then the lore that we got, because I've mentioned the story is still not finished. There's an expansion pack coming which you have to buy separately. I have deluxe edition, so here I thought I already have the expansion pack, but no, you gotta buy the expansion pack on top of the deluxe edition, which is kind of wild in my humble personal opinion. So there you go. We already went into details with the Little Nightmares 3. Let's talk about REANIMAL. Now, REANIMAL, like I said, fast-paced, right? The characters, they feel more emotionally connected, but that's only because they're actually talking and speaking. So their animations are one step a little different than Little Nightmares 3, let's say, where Low and Alone, they do occasionally hold hands, they occasionally share this back and forth. It's very subtle, which I like. It is subtle here in REANIMAL as well, but because of the dialogue, a lot of that subtlety can go away because of the dialogue. You can still have that subtleness, but also the dialogue. But I think Little Nightmares 3 in that regard, again, it's a demo, so we can't judge it yet. But what I also liked, and I posted the screenshot of it, I'll have this on the screen as we speak. When you die in REANIMAL, in Little Nightmares, you have Low and Alone, or even in Little Nightmares 2, you have them characters sitting, like Mono, Low and Alone sitting. Here, they're kind of sort of like being there for them, literally up and close. The relationship of these characters feels more closer, and these characters are more used. It feels like they're more used to this brutal world. It's like I've said, it's more darker, it's more gritty, it's more vicious and violent. The monsters here, they look far more violent. Everybody's just used to this aggressiveness, and that aggressiveness actually plays into the gameplay of, like I've said, fast-paced. So once again, the question goes back to what happened between Tarsier Studios and Bandai Namco to the point where this could have been Little Nightmares 3, and it would have been a great and phenomenal step in the right direction. It could have been a great step forward for the franchise. Because once Little Nightmares 2 ended, I was worried that it's gonna become stale. Because they found this formula. And sometimes the formula is simple and it works every time. But I was afraid that it's gonna keep it stale, keep it safe. I'm not saying REANIMAL did something extraordinarily unique or special, but it just feels different. It just feels right. And of course, it started. There's new developers of Little Nightmares 2, but I cannot even lie. I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend that I don't have bias. I'm not gonna pretend and lie to myself or y'all that I don't have bias. I've gone into REANIMAL with the expectation that, hey, it's gonna be good. So I've already tuned my mind to be like, hey, you know, this might be better than the Little Nightmares 3. And I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you and be like, oh, I went into Little Nightmares 3 completely unbiased. No. I've played after I've saw the reviews of mixed reviews, so that played into my psyche. So me sitting here, whilst being fan of both Tarsier Studios and Supermassive Games, I played almost all of Supermassive Games. I say all. So with all that said and done, I've said this on my Twitter post as well. Just because you like one doesn't mean you have to put down the other. And you can just tell the devs are so cautious and they are so eager to see the fans' reaction. And it seems like they are ready to change and fix their game if fans are like, hey, this is not good, fix it. And like I said, there are some clipping issues. Little Nightmares 3 have Bandai Namco support as publisher, and REANIMAL has THQ Nordic, I believe, their support as publisher. So take that as you will, but yo, fix them clipping issues. Sometimes they'd be hilarious. But yeah, I would leave you guys here. What are your thoughts and theories about all of this situation? It's a sad situation that we're in. Never thought in a million years that a discussion like this would pop up, but now that everybody's talking, the only thing I'm really looking forward to now are two things. Number one, the length of the game, how long it's gonna be, and the price point. If there's a deluxe edition, if there is an expansion pack, is it gonna be separate that you have to buy, or is it gonna be part of the deluxe edition? We're just gonna have to wait and see. Alright, why am I getting so, I don't even know why I'm getting all like hypey and stuff. I don't know. The video is about to end. Susu 400k, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.